Today, millions of Australians will be unboxing the latest high-tech gadgets, but not everyone will be happy with what's under the Christmas tree. Refunds can be tricky, so what are our rights? Let's find out from Image Matrix Tech Editor Djuro Sen. Djuro, great to be with you. Merry Christmas. What can we do if a tech present needs to go back?
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you, Gabriella, and to everyone out there in Sky News land. Well, we do have rights, of course, but it's not simple. So essentially, you have to do your research before you buy the product. I mean, buying technology is difficult at any time, but if you want to surprise someone, you take a risk. Now, I've found in terms of refunds, if someone doesn't like it, you can't beat Apple. Like, it's extraordinary how one of the world's biggest companies has one of the best return policies. So you have a 14-day grace period. So if you don't like the product and you've opened it, you can still box it up and take it back and get a refund. It's pretty good. And the great news is if you bought the product between the 4th of November and today, you've got up until the 8th of January to return it. So there's an extra period during the holiday season. So if you're happy to take the risk and buy that piece of tech for someone, I know I've done that before and they've not necessarily liked it, Gabriella, then Apple's the way to go. Samsung has a similar thing, but they're a bit more restrictive. And I've had a look around at, places like JB Hi-Fi and, of course, Harvey Norman, the big retailers, and it looks like they have some flexibility, so you've got to throw yourself at their mercy. But at the top of the tree, absolutely, it is Apple with its return, and you can do a laptop, phone, or whatever if you don't like it. So it's a pretty simple process. You go into the store, or you can just return it via the system online. So I don't know, Gabrielle, if you've ever been in that situation, but that's probably the best way to go. And don't forget, you do have normal rights when it comes to broken material, even after the warranty. Companies will try and get away with it, but if it's expected to last a certain time, the ACCC is very firm on that. You can still get your money back. But if you just don't like it, it can be tricky. So Apple's one of the best ones for that.
It certainly can be tricky. What about those big ticket items like TVs? I know there are some Boxing Day discounts as well that we're expecting tomorrow. What should we be looking out for?
Yeah, absolutely. Gabriella, I have not seen discounts that I've seen so far this year heading into Boxing Day ever for TVs. So this is absolutely the time to have a look around. So what you're looking at here is Samsung's S95B. This is a quantum dot OLED. So this is new technology for this year. Its main competitor is the A95K from Sony. Remember those names. They are incredibly close and, they're very thin, as you can see there moving around. But this is the best TV I've seen this year, not necessarily because of the picture quality, because of the price. So the Sony is almost at the moment $2,000 more than the S95B. I can't justify the change in price for a minimal increase in picture quality. So to me, that's the way to go. And of course, the G2 OLED, the C2 OLED, they're amazing from LG. So get out there and have a look. It's the time to buy a new TV.
And what advice do you have for those using Bluetooth earbuds or headphones for TVs? Because not all TVs will work with headphones.
That is correct. I mean, I have got a stack of these, as you might expect. And in my time reviewing televisions and earbuds, and you want to use them late at night, you don't want to disturb your neighbours or your family members, as you can see, the whole stack here. I've found that, particularly when you're using cross brands, not like the Jabras are very good. They seem to work on all TVs. They don't have the highest audio quality, but they're very compatible. So this is really strange, but a lot of earbuds and headphones just don't work with modern TVs on Bluetooth very well. So I've got Sony headphones, just all sorts of trouble with the Samsung TVs. So I try and use a Samsung earbuds, which I've got on now, and you can see there. They work well with Samsung, similarly with Sony. So I'm sort of building a bit of a library over the next year about what works with which TV. So please drop into Image Matrix Tech and Gabrielle, I'll be able to help you out. But it's not very simple. If you've got a great pair of headphones, it might not match your TV because it either breaks up and you can't hear a thing.
Finally, LastPass users should be on the lookout for phishing emails and text messages. What's all this about?
So LastPass is like the world's biggest password manager. Now, I have talked about this, and I am a paid user of this service. So I was a little bit worried when they announced that hackers had grabbed some data. Well, it just turns out that they've actually grabbed vaults Vaults is where all your passwords are held and all the data. Now, I'm saying you don't have to initially panic because although this is really disturbing, we're sort of getting drip fed about this. LastPass is where you put one master password and it creates passwords for everything. It's very secure. But if you've got a very weak master password, you should look at changing it or maybe look at going elsewhere. But at the moment, I'm staying there because that vault, if I've got about 80 characters or something like that, so Gabriella, it would literally take millions of years for someone to brute force and crack open that password. So at least their infrastructure is very solid. And I still say you don't have to panic and move from LastPass, but do be looking out for potential extra scams coming your way, which we should do all the time.
Yeah, we should. It's important advice. Djuro Sen, great to speak with you. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Have a great day.